morning and hello, I'm Professor Code. This is the Forex Supermodel Racing Review and Forex Review for Thursday the 27th of October 2022. Quick look at yesterday's results then for Wednesday the 26th. We're at Kempton on the all-weather at 7:30. We had a go at this number 5 Sea Grey, which came third at 10 to 1. We initially put £2 per £8 unit on at 7 to 2. Then there was a massive drift. It went out to about 13 to 2, and we put another £2 per £8 unit, so that's, remember, we're 100 times bigger, so that was £200, and then the final we thought, well, it's drifted to 7, so we might as well top up again, and we topped up another £1, so £100 at 7 to 1. So we ended up with £5 per £8 unit, which is exposure of 0.625 of a unit, just over half a unit, at an average of about 6 to 1, and in the end the SP was 10 to 1, so the execution was relatively poor, and the result wasn't too clever either. So what happened there? Well, number 2 NADA won at 8 to 1 and pretty much made all and stuffed them all. So that was that. Sea Grey ran reasonably well, but it was just outgunned. So that was that. Now today, unfortunately, we've got no bets today, no filter one, no ratio, or no alternates. So the account is static at, it's come down again, sorry, not static, it's come down to 57.90 units in profit overall, so 58 roughly, from a peak of 72. So we've come off about 14 units. We've had what have we had? We've had 17 days of losses pretty much in a row, not consecutive but due to no bet days, and we've had 9 seconds. So we're going to take a look at it anyway, but today there's nothing for us. On the Forex front, yesterday we had to go to a data bounce order. We put in a sell order on the AUD CAD, which worked out pretty well actually. The order wasn't filled, and the Canadian bank calendar basically bottled the interest rate hike, and so the Canadian dollar weakened, and we were short AUD CAD, so the AUD CAD spiked up away from our order, so we took the order out, and in the end the order it was a pretty good decision as far as we're concerned, because the potential for downside was much greater. It was a spike of about 48 points, and it gapped, but it was less of a spike because the market had already risen. So anyway, what's happened today on the Forex front? We've got ECB, European Central Bank rate decision, and subsequent minutes and meeting with Lagarde. And following that, about 1:30 GMT our time, we've got US durable goods and GDP Q3, the third quarter. Now, the ECB will set the scene for things like the euro dollar, and then there'll be like a lull period where, depending on what's happened, it's all about this Fed pivot, and are they going to put the handbrake on rates rises or not? And this will be further data as to whether they're data driven or they're just belligerently going to raise rates to try and choke off inflation. So anyway, there's a potential for a bounce trade after the ECB, just prior to this durable goods. Yesterday it was pretty volatile on the AUD CAD, just prior to the data release, and we ended up using a 10-point order, so we were 10 points below the market because it kept shortening up, and in very volatile situations like rate rises, 10 points is acceptable. Normally we use about 7, and if it's very quiet and calm, we could get away with 5 maybe. Obviously, the closer you get your order to the market, the more money you make when it goes your way. But anyway, that's another issue. Anyway, that's where we are. We got whacked on the racing by a decent horse, and our Forex bounce order wasn't filled, so we took it out. But generally we're quite happy with that situation. So on the Forex, and today we've got potential. We may get a chance to do a video, we may not. But if you're looking to do this bounce order, then have a look at euro and dollar pairs around just before, prior to this durable goods and GDP data, and that's when you might get a bounce. So we'll see what we can do anyway. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and goodbye.